How's it going, y'all? My name is Aiden Anderson, and this is the Moscow Minutes. I'll be bringing you the latest from the Latah County Commissioner meetings from the week of June 12, 2022. This was a big week for county budget requests, so without further ado, let's get into it. With all these budget requests, the commissioners heard a short report from the organization making the request, along with a look through their plans and needs going into this next fiscal year. On Monday, they began with an outside budget request from the Snowmobile Advisory Board, which is looking to adjust its budget to compensate for decreasing licensing fees. The commissioners then heard from the county coroner's office, which is looking to increase its budget by 13%. There was then another outside budget request from the Potlatch Senior Citizens, looking to increase their budget based on increased food costs. The commissioners then went through a short series of action items. They examined an application for hardship, which ultimately required no action, as the delay which was requested by the applicant for the tax deed process was already built into the time frame for the tax deed process associated with the application. They then filed the permit approval for 3 water rights applications discussed in previous meetings earlier in the year. Finally, they approved a professional services agreement with North House for an architectural design for a courthouse lobby. The commissioners then went into executive session for an attorney-client communication and acquisition of interest in real property. The commissioners then heard some budget requests from county departments. The Probation and Youth Services Department is looking for increases associated with protective equipment costs, as well as a more reliable juvenile transport vehicle. The Latah County Historical Society is requesting funds for historic building restoration costs. Last on Monday, the ITS department is looking to handle increased contract and software costs, a new fiber line, and a replacement of the county's telephone system. Wednesday began with a series of outside budget requests. Latah County EMS is requesting a small increase to accommodate the education hours for their volunteers to continue working for them. Alternatives to Violence on the Palouse did not send a representative to speak, but the commissioners had a short discussion of their request, which was sent ahead of time. JK Senior Meals also didn't send a representative, and the commissioners examined their budget request as well, which dealt mostly with building improvements. They then heard from Preservation, which talked a lot about the need for county museums to keep up with utilities and insurance costs. Following that, the commissioners heard from the organization CEDA regarding their budget request associated with ongoing projects and studies. The Board of Community Guardians was next. They help Latah County citizens who are otherwise unable to take care of themselves and have no outside support group. They put in their budget request as well. Finally, the County Facilities Department made their budget request associated with increased equipment and materials costs as they continue to work on in-house county projects. The commissioners then gave their weekly review, each of them updating the rest on what they have been individually up to this past week, before going off the record for the day. And that is the latest from the Latah County Commissioners. Just a heads up, along with these budget requests, there will be a budget hearing to determine what the budget will be for the county's next fiscal year. So I would recommend checking out the county website to find out when those hearings are, as well as the hearings for the various cities within Latah County. As always, we'll have the relevant links posted with this video, and if you have any questions, let us know. This is Aiden Anderson with the Moscow Minutes. See you next time.